All right, so once again, we're touching base with our legends. Yes, legends of the game, legends of the sport. This time around, it is a world legend, a World Cup winner, a European trophy winner, as well as the Ballon d'Or winner. Yes, we're talking about Lothar Mathaus. Lothar Mathaus, welcome to Ghana.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Yes, nice to meet you too. And it's a pleasure to have you on Platinum TV.
I'm very happy to be here, and I know Ghana from before. Not my first time in Ghana.
Okay.
I was here during the Africa Cup, I think it was
2008.
2007, 2008, yes, something like this. And I had a lot of good experience, nice people here. People love and like football, especially the kids. And I'm happy to be here again.
Great to have you for the second time in Ghana. As I say Akwaba. Akwaba to you.
Akwaba. What means?
It means welcome.
Welcome, yes. A warm welcome.
Yeah, welcome, yeah, very warm welcome to you. I mean, you are here on the purpose, basically about the German Bundesliga football school, where we had to train kids, take kids between the teenagers through various cycles with experienced coaches from Germany and all that. You have played the game, you've enjoyed the game, an amazing sport, and you have turned a coach as well. These days, you do a lot of things, even more than journalists as well. How would you describe the feeling about imparting knowledge into the kids or young ones who want to be footballers like you?
Yeah, first, I am not here to teach kids. I come here to show what is possible and give them the motivation. And not only the kids and the coaches. We can always learn from each other. This is important. I cannot say I know better than another, but I can learn from them too. And for this, you have to communicate in a good way to make maybe the football better in Ghana. Because I know the Ghana football from the past. They had big stars. A lot of football players from Ghana was playing in the German Bundesliga. And not only somewhere, they played by Bayern Munich, like Semi Kufur. Anine Jeboa was a top scorer in the league. Abidi Bele, big star in Europe. And I think in this way we have to do something for the future, because Ghana was playing in World Cups, made good results, was fighting against Germany in a big competition. Where are the stars? Where are this team from Ghana? And I think you have to start with the young players. And for this we are here to give our experience, give our knowledge to the guys who has to teach this young generation player in Ghana to be again a big team in the world football map.
Wonderful, wonderful. I mean, talking about you impacting coaches and then young players about what you've done before, and one highlight of your career is about winning the most coveted trophy in the world, the World Cup. Now, talk to me about that experience, lifting the World Cup in 1990. Before then, you had made your debut in 1980 in the European Championships, where your team won. You had a very brilliant team at that time, but you were a youngster at that time. But winning it 10 years later, winning the World Cup, captaining the German national team to win it. How did the feeling come to you like?
First, between 80 and 90, we was playing the World Cup final 82, 86, but both times we lost against Italy 1982 and 1986 against Argentina. And then was coming the World Cup in Italy 1990. What was nice for me, because at this time I played for Inter Milan, and this was for me a home World Cup. And the first 5 games we played in my home stadium in Milano, against Yugoslavia, against Colombia, against the Emirates, against Czechoslovakia, and against Holland. And it was an amazing feeling for me, because you are living in a town where you have 5 World Cup games. And sure, we had a very good team. We was motivated, we was good prepared. Our coach Franz Beckenbauer was making a very good job on the field, outside of the field, because it's not so easy to keep a good atmosphere for 6-7 weeks. When you start the tournament till the end, it's 5 weeks, and the preparation time before. Yes, many times you get a little bit crazy to be all the time together. But you find a balance between the strong training session and the happiness about life. You give us to go out, to have fun, but with respect and with rules. And this was a fantastic atmosphere, and I think we was the best team. But the reason why we won the World Cup, we had a great atmosphere between the players, 23 players. Everybody has his interest. Everybody liked to play. Nobody liked to sit on the bench. But everybody respect the decision from the coach. And I think this was the main reason why we was really, from the beginning, in this World Cup the best team, and on the end you get the trophy. The World Cup trophy, this is amazing. It's an amazing feeling for each player, and I was a captain of the team.
Exactly.
I get it like first. Wow, amazing. Look here.
Goosebumps all over you. So
It's a
once
good feeling.
you lifted that trophy in
but,
Italy.
Yeah, I had the 7 games. Very good atmosphere, always sold out the stadium, the people support us, the German fans, the fans from Inter Milan, this club. I played in this time.
Supported you.
The same on our side. The Italian was more on our side from Inter Milan than on the Italian team.
Wow.
For example, this was really in a football country like Italy, and you are living in Italy, and you win the World Cup with a German team in Italy. It's more than a dream, and the dream came true because we was working very hard, and not only during the tournament. It's the same in the preparation, in the games, in the qualification before. In this time, we was coming close to each other, and we was really a team. And this was not one player who scored maybe in the final the goal, Andreas Brehme, or the captain. This was a result from the team.
Great, Stefan. For the following year, you won the World Player of the Year again. After lifting the World Cup, you won the World Player of the Year, so the world best player at that time. How was the feeling like? Walking around town in Germany, in Italy, and they said, that's Lothar Mathaus, the best player of the world.
Yes, I told you before, you can be only the best player in the world when you play in a very good team. Because when your team don't make results, how you can win the title to be the best player in the world? Okay. This means this title is the same part from the team, who give me support, who help me. I give something back, but on the end, one player has to win, and I had a fantastic time in this 1991 when I was World Cup winner with Germany. I won the UEFA Cup with Inter Milan. I was always in a team who was under the top 2 or 3 in the Italian Championship, and this was a fantastic time. And with the results, you get more power, you get more confidence, and this I think I show especially in these years when I played in Italy.
Watching you play, one cannot find out which feet you are very comfortable using. I've seen you score marvelous goals with the right foot, with the left foot. Tell us today, which foot are you very comfortable with?
My right one is much more better than the left one.
Oh.
I had luck to score the same
sensational
goals with the left one from far. And then many people were thinking, oh, he can shoot left and right similar. No, my right one was much more better than the left one.
More powerful.
More powerful, more clean, and but I was improved in training session. My left one do, because when you have the chance to score with the left, you need the same confidence, and you need the feeling, the coordination, and this you can train. Yes, like in the tennis, yes, your service, yes, you have to train every day.
Very important.
You can make it better and better, like in the football, yes. Like in each sport, like in each situation in your life, each interview help you to improve maybe your quality of the questions.
Exactly.
It's like this.
Exactly.
And, I was improving in each training my quality. Yeah, the quality cannot be enough. When you are satisfied with this, what you will get, then you will go down. You have to improve, you have to train, and you have to spend time. Not only the training session when it's with the team, it's the same maybe after the training. You can do something for yourself, always and every day.
Wow. So, talk to us about, at that time, there was another great player, Diego Armando Maradona.
Yes.
He eulogizes you a lot. You've had a lot of, interactions off and on the pitch there. There's a book he even wrote and then touted you as one of the best players he's also seen as one of his toughest opponents as well. Talk to us about that Maradona, Lothar Mathaus, rift at that time.
This was a good competition not only between Argentina and Germany, 2 World Cup final in a row, 86, 90. 86 he won with his team. He was really, for me, an amazing player. He was, for me, the best player after me in this time.
Meaning you are the best.
Not a joke. No, he was fantastic, and he was doing a lot for the sport, and what he was doing was always excellent. Yeah? And for this, it was very nice for me, and the honor to play against him, not only the 2 World Cup finals, a couple of friendly games, but the same in the Italian Serie A competition. We played many times against each other. Naples, where he played, and Inter Milan, where I played. It was always great, and he was really fantastic. He was doing so much, like Messi, like Ronaldo now, he was doing in this time for the international football.
Great. Now, this trophy we see behind us here, you've won it 7 times, the Bundesliga title. 7 times Bundesliga winner.
And you know, a player from Ghana won this title 6 times.
6 times. Samuel Sekufo. A very good friend.
Yeah, it's my son.
Your son? Oh, amazing.
I mean, because for him, my nickname is Papa Lothar.
Oh, okay. What's the meaning of Papa Lothar?
Yeah, Papa Lothar and Father Lothar.
Oh.
Because he came to Bayern Munich, he was 18 years old, 93, 94. And I was an experienced player with 33, 34 years. And I know how it's difficult to come maybe from Africa to Germany. Different culture,
the transition,
different language, different weather, different mentality. And he came, but I saw immediately, he liked to be a good player. He is fighting every day on the field. He stayed, what I told you, after the training session with the coach and make passes to improve. And he had a great heart. And it was a charming boy, always smiling, showing his white teeth. And then I take him on my hand.
As your son?
Like my son. And he knows it till today. And he say always when we meet each other, like yesterday, oh, hi, hello, Papa Lothar, how are you? And,
thanking you here.
Always thank you. And I think this shows the same, his character. He's a very good boy. And sure, when you win the German championship, especially in this time together with my friend Semi, with my son Semi, it's a beautiful story. It's a love story between Ghana and Germany, between Semi and me. We had really a great time, not only on the field, the same outside. He gave me a lot of laughing and very nice.
Well,
very nice boy. And so with him, I think I won 4 times this trophy together.
Amazing. Because of Samuel Sekufo, lots of Bayern Munich fans are in Ghana.
Yes.
Yeah, lots of fans love Bayern Munich because of Samuel Sekufo.
Yeah, it's generated like this, and for this I'm very happy when we have foreigner player in the Bundesliga. The merchandising. Yes, Samuel Sekufo. Okay, we have Anthony Jeboa. Maybe you have
Anthony Jeboa.
Yeah, you have maybe the same a lot of fans in Ghana who support Eintracht Frankfurt or Abedi Pelé who support maybe 1860 Munich. This is always good for the German Bundesliga to have this foreigner player in the Bundesliga. Like now we have Alphonso Davies in Bayern Munich. I think it's the first Canadian who is famous in Germany. And now the Canadian support Bayern Munich because of their player. He's a Canadian player and he's playing in one of the best teams in the world. Like Samuel Sekufo, 1993, for 10 or 12 years he played for Bayern Munich.
Sure.
And this was it's a good story for Bayern Munich and for the Bundesliga. We have this international player in our competition.
Amazing stuff there. So I want you to talk to us about one thing that is very delicate in football today. Penalty shootout. What is so much special about German football that they know how to execute the penalty shootout? Ghana has been at the crossroads so many occasions. Ghana missed out on the semi-final of the World Cup because of penalty shootout. Ghana has missed out on AFCON trophy, the African Cup of Nations trophy, because of penalty shootout. But the Germans know how to win it when it comes to penalty shootout. What's the secret?
No secret, only the believing. Yeah?
Okay.
The concentration and the believing. Because after 120 minutes, and this is the same for football players, special situation, because football is a team sport. In this moment, when you have a penalty shootout, it's man against man, player against a goalkeeper, and this is completely. We cannot learn it because it's not you cannot learn it in the daily training. Especially when you have this pressure after 120 minutes, you feel tired. You was giving your best, and then you start to sink. You go from the middle line or from the circle to the penalty. Yeah. Then you take the ball. You know everybody is looking you. A lot of pressure for the players. It's the same pressure for the players in Ghana like for German players. But maybe we have more confidence. We are better prepared psychologically to make this moment better than others.
Okay. So is there any special technique for penalty shootout?
No. You go there, you think, oh, I will shoot in this corner. And on the end you shoot in another one, and nobody can explain you why you was changing your mind. Situation in the moment. Yeah? This is really, from 1 second to another, you will change. Maybe the goalkeeper make a movement, something happen with your head, something come in your brain, and then you decide completely different how you decide maybe 10 seconds before.
Amazing stuff. And staying on this subject of penalty shootout there, we saw in the 1990 World Cup semi-final with England, where Chris Waddle missed his penalty. I saw that you didn't go immediately to go and jubilate with your goalkeeper and then players. You were consoling Chris Waddle. Massive sportsmanship from you. What informed your decision to move to Chris Waddle?
Experience, because I had the same situation 6 years before in the cup final in Germany. I missed my penalty when it was the final again between Borussia Mönchengladbach and Bayern.
Oh.
And I had this experience. In this moment, I get the feeling was coming back how he has to feel in this moment. It was not missing alone the penalty. Stuart Pearce was missing two. There's missing two
players.
Penalties. And in this moment, I was thinking about myself. What's happened 6 years before with me. And for this I was going to him because we know each other from before, and I give him a hug. Nothing helped him because I was very happy, but I feel the same in this moment how he has to feel. And sure, not a good feeling, but this is the same sport. It's not only Gloria, it's the same this moment when you miss maybe penalty or when you lose a final game. Great
act of sportsmanship there. But let's, cross the carpet a bit more into your latter days as a footballer, where you had to play in the final at a new camp, Bayern Munich versus Manchester United. A game, you were taken out by Ottoman Hitzfeld in the 80th minute or so, and people make all sort of arguments about the fact that you asked the coach to take you out, or it was the coach's decision to take you out at that time. What was the situation at that time when you left at the 80th minute? Bayern Munich were leading 1-0.
We make it short. This was 1-0 for us. We're leading, yes, that's right. And normally we had a different system. We was playing with three in the defense, and I was this guy in the center. Semi was playing on the right. Thomas Linke was playing on the left. But before the game, Manchester United changed because two players can't play. This was Keane and Scholes. And then Beckham was coming in the center in the midfield. And Otmar Hitzfeld thought, you play today not in the three defender line, okay. You go to Beckham. And from Beckham, you go ahead. Okay, this was my job. I was doing well, but different runs, different ways. You don't know the breaks what I had. I was 38 years old. Yeah. Yes, and in midfield you have to run up and down between the boxes. And I think I was running maybe too much in the first 75 or 80 minutes, and then I told the coach, I feel tired. And this was for him the reason why he take this change. Sure, when he told me, you can die on the field. You have to stay because you are the leader, you have this experience, you have your charisma, you have your name, you stay. I will play 10 minutes more. But in another way, when I told him I feel tired, it was for him the signal I have to change him. And sure, nobody know how can be the result with me when I stayed till the end, but we lost the game. And this is what I told you before with Glenn Wattle. Yes, football is so crazy sometimes, so nice, sometimes beautiful, like the World Cup 90, and can be the same like the Champions League final 1999. Bayern Munich and Manchester. Till today, I don't know why we lost. Because we was controlling 90 minutes a game, we can score a second, a third, a fourth goal. We forgot to score the second goal, and on the end, we get the answer from Manchester United. Maybe we was not anymore focus after this putting these two corner kicks where Manchester United scored the goal. We was not maybe concentrate and focus anymore for the last second in the game, and then they scored 2 goals and won the Champions League. It's like this, but how you can explain it? Better not to do the change, maybe be more focused for the corner kick, and then we helped them to win the Champions League. And that, till today, maybe they don't know why they won it. Because they were sure not the better team.
Talking about they not being a better team there, so personally, on that day, who was your outstanding player on that day at Camp Nou?
In 99?
Yes. Aside you on the field, which other player did you see his performance standing out like that?
I think we had a really very good team. Mario Basler, he was scoring the first goal with a free kick. Fantastic player. Mehmet Scholl was playing, and Carsten Younger, the strong striker. And we had really 80 minutes completely control about the game. Manchester was not, United didn't come to our box, and on the end, you lose the game. And sure, Beckham was on another side, but he was not exist 85 or 90 minutes. And all the others, nothing. Only Bayern Munich was playing and dominate the game, but on the end show the result something different.
Then different, absolutely. Okay, so a bit more personal about your playing career. I played over 4 decades, or played with 4 generations, in the 80s, 90s there. Who would you stick your neck out and say your best teammate is from Borussia Mönchengladbach, Bayern Munich?
I know where I played. You don't have to tell me.
Okay, sure. Well, okay, so
in the German national
team. So who's your best player?
Really, Andreas Brehme.
Oh,
Andreas Brehme was the best from all these good players who played with me in one team, because he was a smart player. He was really left and right same.
just like you.
Yeah. No, he was really same.
Typical
50-50.
ambidexter.
I had maybe 80-20, but Andy Brehme had 50-50. He
Wow.
was left and right. He was normally left foot, but the penalty in the World Cup Final 90, he scored with the right one.
Wow.
And ask him why he was shooting this penalty with the right one. He told me, I don't know it. It was like this.
It just came in his
He
mind.
left or he come from the right. He was really, he's still today my friend.
Okay.
But he was really the best player who was playing in my team. He played with me by Bayern Munich, he played with me in Inter Milan, and he played with me in the German national team. And not only the first national team, we played in the under 20 years old national team together, 1979-80. We played 2 years in the under 21 national team. Then we come together in the first national team, and we played, I think, together around 15-16 years. And when I know I have the ball here and he has to go left, I was not looking where he's standing. I know where he was standing. We find each other without looking.
Wow, great stuff there. So talking about the players, now let's move to coaches. You've played under so many coaches. Who's your best so far?
It's not a fair question.
I know, but I'm putting you on the spot.
I had a lot of good coaches, but I had Jupp Heynckes, 6 years. Giovanni Trapattoni, 6 years. Ottmar Hitzfeld, 3 years. Udo Lattek, 3 years. Great names. Otto Rehagel, who won the championship with Werder Bremen in Kaiserslautern. Erich Ribbeck, national coach. Franz Beckenbauer was my coach too. But I think the completest coach about everything, not only the training session, talking, psychologically, was Ottmar Hitzfeld.
Wow.
Ottmar Hitzfeld was really somebody who kept players, who bring the players to his side. And the same, he had a very difficult decision sometimes, who play in a final, this player did. But no one of this player was angry with the coach when he was sitting on the bench, because he was clean and straight with each player. Doesn't matter he was a captain, he was a big star or a young talented player. He was with each player the same.
Great. So you also, after playing, you went into coaching. You coached in Bulgaria, coached in Hungary.
Yes, I had, after my career, like a football player, I was coaching 6-7 teams around the world. No one time in Germany, but 2 times in Austria, Red Bull Salzburg and Rapid Vienna, 2 traditional clubs, good clubs, and Partizan Belgrade, traditional club in Serbia. With this club I played the Champions League against Real Madrid and Olympic Marseille with Drogba, and FC Porto with Mourinho. Was a good experience for me, was a nice result for Belgrade, and then I was 2 times a national coach in Hungary and in Bulgaria. It was always a nice time. I will not miss this time, but in this moment I don't think I will be any more coach for one team, because I'm very happy with my life. I have time for myself, I have time for my family, for my friends. When I'm sitting today next to you, or I work for the TV station in Germany.
That's more better than standing in the dugout coaching players.
Yes. But when you're a coach, you know, you have to think from the morning till the evening about football. You have to prepare the training, then you have to be at the training, then you have to prepare the team for the next game, then you have to start with the team who's playing next Saturday against you, then you have to find new players for the future, then you have to send players away, then you have to talk with the journalists, then you have to talk with the sponsors, then you have to talk with the president, then you have to talk with the sport director. It's a full-time job, and sometimes in the night you wake up And then you think, hey, is this really the right first 11 for Saturday? Is this really the right first 11? Or is this tactic to...
A lot of thinking.
A lot of thinking, yes, absolutely. When you're a player, you go to the training, yes, you make your training, and then you go and see your friends. A coach don't have time for family, don't have time for friends. Sure, maybe for dinner in the evening, but not more. It's really a crazy job, and I'm happy to make the step away from the bench to the studio, to the TV studio, and to the make promotion.
You love it.
And make promotion for the German football worldwide, and help maybe and support another country to help them too.
Okay, so my final two questions before we wrap up here. So talk to me about for Ballon d'Or at your time and then recently, current Ballon d'Or. What's the difference? What difference do you see in it?
Ballon d'Or is always nice to win, and I think in the last 10, 11, 12 years, mostly the best player won the Ballon d'Or. 6 times Messi, 5 times Ronaldo, 1 time Modric. Yeah, it's the same what I told you before Ballon d'Or. It's the same, something best player in the world. You can be proud, but you have to play in a team to make the results. This was a Croatian team with Modric during the World Cup. Modric won the same 3 times the Champions League with Real Madrid, or 4 times. And Messi and Ronaldo, we don't have to talk about. Yes, this is we can talk all the day about Messi. I prefer more to talk about Messi than about Ronaldo.
Okay, why?
Because of his style, but Ballon d'Or is something special for a player. And my Ballon d'Or, what I won 28 years ago, it's one of the not so many trophies who's standing in my living room.
Amazing stuff there.
I have a lot of trophies, but I don't present all the trophies. Yes, I don't present, for example, the German Championship. I have it at home too. But Ballon d'Or is something special.
Very special to you.
Yes, I was a World Player. I have a beautiful trophy. I have so 5, 6 trophies where it's a space in my apartment, but the rest is somewhere.
Wow.
I don't take it away, but it's not present like the Ballon d'Or.
Wow. So, your final take, this has to do with Ghana football now.
Yes.
But you're in Ghana, so of course we need to talk about Ghana football. You trashed Ghana 6-1 sometime back in the 90s.
No, 93.
93, yes, 6-1.
In Bochum, Germany.
You shared that experience about how Ghana scored first, and
Yes.
you underrated Ghana at that time.
Yeah, we know Ghana because Semi Kufo was coming 93 to Germany. We had a couple of players from Ghana before Semi come to Germany, and we respect. First, we respect each another team.
Okay.
And the same in this game. Ghana was very good in the first half, scored the first goal, but on the end the final result was 6-1 for us. Maybe about our mentality, maybe about the home reason, maybe about the quality of the player, nobody knows. But you saw later Ghana make it more difficult for Germany in the World Cups. One time a tie, one time they lost 2-1 after 1-0 for Ghana, and then everything is possible. And I think Ghana has talented player. Maybe they don't have the right plan to give this player the best chance to be big stars. Yeah, it's a different way. You cannot compare Ghana with Germany about the economy situation, about the infrastructure. But for this we are working together. The Germans like to help Ghana, and because we know Ghana has so much potential in the football. The kids love football, the kids follow the football, but Ghana has to make a right plan for the future to get the results like maybe 10 or 15 years ago.
Great. It's been a very huge encounter with you, Lothar Mathaus. Danke.
Thank you very much.
I'm speaking German. Yeah.
Okay, I love it.
All right, so viewers, there you had it with the legend himself, Lothar Mathaus, World Cup winner in 1990, 7-time German Bundesliga winner, and German Football of the Year a couple of times. Brilliant. An amazing personality he is here. And I'm sure you had fun watching Lothar Mathaus here in Ghana. Yes, his second time in Ghana, and of course it's been really blistering there. So keep watching Platinum TV, Platinum Sports, your channel of passion. My name is Samuel Ziga.